So some of you may have noticed on the e-blast that we will be recognizing Ekadashi. Does anybody have an Ekadashi practice? So I'll start very simply, and it's something that we'll do throughout the year. So Ekadashi is the 11th day of the lunar cycle. So we celebrate the full moons, the new moons, even celebrating or choosing the time to practice Kundalini in the Amrit Vela, in the early morning hours. It's the sweet spot. And we do this early morning practice as a way to connect more easily with divinity, with our infinite. And it's the same with Ekadashi, that there is astrologically things that are happening that support the cleansing of our spiritual selves and our physical body also. And so it's a time when we can choose to fast, and that can mean from foods, social media, anything that's not serving your highest good, particular people, environments, and then a time to really be gentle. And so what that means as far as Kundalini and as far as Akashic records is in Kundalini we really pay attention to the glandular system because it takes over in its sort of muscle memory, and it is communicating with our divine. And in the Akash, it is when the veil of time and timelessness start to thin. And so I did a reading just a few days ago, and they showed a pocket watch. And on one side of the watch, there was the clock with hands and the numbers, and on the other, it was just blank. And it was all one watch, and it was that when time and timelessness meet. And so that was sort of the theme in the Akashic record reading. And so this period, this time, this 11th day of the lunar cycle, is this time when we feel the time and the timelessness most easily. And it's a time when the glandular system really takes over in its remembrance. So we don't have to think about how to walk any longer, how to breathe specifically. These things are involuntary, they happen for us. Our glandular system is the same, it calibrates itself. We just sometimes need to honor and put less stress, less effort, less pressure in so the body can do what it needs to, so the glands can do what they already know how to do. So your spirit can align to your finite and your infinite together. And so it's just a period of time where we can choose to really be gentle. And it starts this evening. So if you choose to, you can fast through the rest of the day, the rest of the evening today. And what that looks like can be different for each of us. And it can go into tomorrow. So the observance of it goes into tomorrow. I have to say, for as many people that I know that practice Ekadashi, it looks different for everyone. And so you really need to feel into your own gut instinct, your own intuition, and what's right for you in that moment in time. So it's something that we can participate in twice a month, but it can look different each time. And so each time you come to take class and it's Ekadashi, there will be a little bit of a different focus. But for us tonight, the glandular system and really leaning into the remembrance of the Akash. And so we'll do the pituitary gland Kriya, and with medium effort, allowing the calibration to really take hold. And the pituitary gland is the pea-sized gland that's encased inside the head, buried so deeply in there. And because of its size and where it's located, it already gives it significance and importance. It's at the eye level and pretty much in the middle of the head. And so you'll notice in the Kriya today, we'll be putting the head below the heart and above the heart, alternating in different exercises. As far as the Akash, we oftentimes in our Tuesday and Wednesday class open up the Akashic records, but we won't do so formally today. We'll just lean into the wisdom of what we already know. So we come into the form of practice with Akashic Records, with Reiki, with a lot of our energetic forms, with our spiritual communication. And that helps us to sort of lean into a specificity of how do I get there. And the same in our Kundalini practice. We tune in, we go through warm-ups, we do a Kriya, a meditation Kriya. There's sort of a systematic way that helps us to ease into these rituals. But today we leave the ritual of actually opening our Akashic Records off to the side and just allow the wisdom to come through. We are already connected. These are just ways in which we practice the connectivity. So those who don't practice Kundalini or Akashic Records or Reiki, they're still connected to their divine. It's just that some of us have a practice to do that. And so how do we alter our practices sometimes? And Ekadashi, having that focus is one way. So let's just come to our seat. Long spine. All the technology.
You're recording yourself today?
Counterpart asked me to make a short video.